Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona for Kenyon Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now it's Wilson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Eluding the pressure right. And Stills over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Here we go
now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watching that, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got it first and goal at the 6. On first and goal, Drake. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return comes Drake. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. For Rosen. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he did get it back, I do think. Yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On the ground, this is Johnson. Sheds off the tackle. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go now.
They stay on the ground on 1st pass with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start the drive with Drake. A beautiful fake. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And shutting him off, now open field. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Deion Buchanan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll look to throw. Being under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On second down, Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
All right, here we go. 319, 319.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, here's Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Harris in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires Here's one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
After the interception, here's Rosen. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Nelson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Rosen will throw. Lets it go for Nelson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3-19.
To throw is Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Steps away to it, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll look to throw here. He dumps it off to Drake. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Gun! 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 Hot!
Now it's Rosen. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
David Johnson on his way. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play as an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Now Bush on the return. And nothing but daylight ahead. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the blitz does come. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston. Parker, the intended target.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Johnson, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk reward, right?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Hey, cool down, cool down. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard, Leopard. Hot.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Set. B-19.
On third down, Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Now Bush on the return. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And on the ground they go with a running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10, and incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Drake. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete a run like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. On the return comes Drake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Caught by Nelson left side. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot!
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Leopard. Leopard. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone. Hot!
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go now. Green.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. How